know you were in the film though. What movies?
What are like what my favorite movies?
Yeah,
I really love Joker too.
the first one.
I mean, yeah, I mean like the recent Joker.
Yeah.
I like him better than Heath Ledger. Like I know that's a
Type shit.
crazy.
I don't think that's crazy though.
It's a crazy opinion, but I like Joaquin Phoenix over Heath Ledger. Like
I feel like the story's more like realistic.
it was less super. Like it was less.
Like you could see yourself as that guy.
Yeah, it was like less DC-ish. So,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it was like real life. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
kind of preferred that over like the superhero movie. Heath Ledger, like Heath Ledger was fire. Like don't get me twisted. Like that shit was fire. But
Yeah.
I like kind of like the realistic element of the recent Joker. You know what I mean?
My name is Isaac Dia, and I'm here to show you the unseen. Today I'm with my special guest, Christopher Palacio.
What's up, fam? Appreciate you having me.
Of course, man, I had to get you on the show.
Appreciate it.
You know, we're here talking about your brand, Color Palette. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and the brand?
Well, yeah, Color Palette is just like a creative media for me. It started as clothes, and now it's music videos. And yeah, it's just these are my sweaters I'm dropping, my latest drop. Yeah.
Yeah, shit is sick, man. Can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration for it? I mean, we got like Da Vinci here. I don't know if niggas can see Kim K, big ass.
Yeah, what everybody knows, I'm like the biggest Kanye Glazer fan. I'm like the biggest fan ever. And so Kim K, Kanye kind of just made sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is an awesome pick. Like this is an awesome pick of Kim K. It's a legendary pick. So I just wanted to make Gentlemen's Club attire or like merch, Gentlemen's Club merch, because I feel like Magic City, strip clubs like Magic City should have merch.
Yeah.
I don't think they really have like good merch. So I just wanted to make one personally, and then the Da Vinci one. I mean, I was listening to Wanna by Gunna, and you know the cover, how it got like this, but it's Gunna, and it just inspired me to make it. And I like shirts that have like information on it, got words on it. Like I don't know if you remember, like when I dropped like my Color Outside the Lines white Ferrari shirt.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, I like clothes that like it like have info on it. You can like read and learn something.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what inspired me to make that.
I think this is my personal favorite out of
it's fire. And this was actually the quickest design I ever made. It's actually like my favorite. Like, I made this design like in 5 minutes.
Oh,
so,
shit.
And it's my favorite. So
yeah, sick.
Yeah.
And you know, continuing on this collection, you know, there's a big collection for you to drop. Now the sweaters, they look like normal sweaters, but on the inside, you have crazy materials. You have velvet, all that crazy shit. And I wanted to ask you about this when you were telling me. To an earlier point, it was you wanted to keep Color Palette affordable for people.
Yeah.
I know that's a big point. These are only $35.
$35.
These are only $35.
$35.
Really could charge a quick $100 for them.
I could.
Like, why is it that you want to keep it affordable for people?
Well, the goal for me from the beginning was to get people in my clothes. Something I didn't know before I started making clothes is that it makes me happier to see people in my clothes rather than get the deposit from the money. Like, you know what I mean? To make the money. But I'm so much more happier seeing somebody in my clothes than getting money from it. I didn't know that. I didn't know that before, but that's why it's affordable. It's just so more people can buy it.
So, you know, you're just telling me about how you enjoy seeing people in your clothes.
Yeah.
Can you tell me, like, in addition to that, like, what have you enjoyed so far about being a fashion designer?
I think what I enjoyed the most is the process, you know, of getting inspiration, coming up with 5 different designs, editing, and then finally seeing somebody in my clothes. I mean, it's the best feeling.
I can't imagine, man. I can't imagine. So, you know, we're actually doing this interview late. We're supposed to get this collection out a while ago.
Right.
But, you know, manufacturers.
Uncontrollable.
Yeah.
Can't do nothing about it.
Shout out Miss Hannah Chen. You know, she came in clutch eventually.
Facts.
So that was like a real challenge that you had to face. What else has really been challenging about, you know, not only designing clothes, but, you know, shipping them out, the whole process of owning a clothing brand?
Well, I think the hardest part for me is that I'm not a graphic designer. Like, I don't know how to use Photoshop.
Right.
You know, I always have to be on somebody else's time for them to help me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't really know how to use Photoshop to create this. I made this one by myself. This was the only sweater I've made by myself. This I had to get help. And something external, I say that's a challenge is kind of marketing myself. it's kind of just like trial and error.
Yeah.
You know, social media, word of mouth. You know.
Yeah.
It's like a challenge.
Now, social media can be a real bitch, especially TikTok.
Right. Exactly.
Don't like, especially when they start capping the views. Yeah, that shit hurts the soul, bro.
Right. Especially when you put so much effort into something and then it's like it doesn't perform. You're like, fuck. You're like, damn.
You really gotta like keep like you gotta tell yourself mentally like, okay, I got this. You know what I mean?
Facts. That's facts.
It's a pain in the ass, but we get through it.
Facts.
Yeah. I just want to know, you've been talking about your vision for color palette and everything like that, how it's a big passion project for you. What impact do you want the brand to have on fashion right now? Like, where do you want this to lead to eventually?
Well, obviously, I just want to grow, be able to make more clothes, more different type of clothes.
Right.
And just get more people in my clothes. Just grow as a brand. Because I want to make music videos. I want Color Palette to not just be clothes. I want it to be music videos. I want it to be, photography. So I just want to grow as a brand, and I think clothes is a great way to start because I love clothes.
Yeah. So you're envisioning Color Palette as more of like a community space, like how
like a Lyrical Lemonade.
Yeah, like how like Kanye, Tyler the Creator, big inspiration for you. I know.
Yeah, facts.
Like how they have their own community.
Right.
That's what you envision.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that's sick, man. That's sick. I can't wait to see the full thing planned
out. Appreciate it.
With the vision you have for yourself and for the company and the community, what kind of community would you want to foster? Like, what does a Color Palette person look like if you get that?
Someone who's creative, someone who's passionate into what they do. I made a shirt that says "Color Outside the Lines."
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, kind of rebellish. But just somebody who doesn't limit themselves. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole meaning behind the shirt, to not limit yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, somebody who thinks freely, and yeah, somebody who's just really passionate.
Yeah, it's a great kind of community to have. Hopefully, you were telling me how you wanted to create different garments, different clothes.
All right.
You were in Colombia this summer, right?
Yep.
And you showed off some like insane pieces that you've been working on.
Yeah.
How is being like back home in Colombia? How does that environment like foster creativity for you and impact like what we see out here?
Well, it's funny because out there is what I showed off on my Instagram was like a worker's jacket, and I printed something on the back.
Yeah.
I just saw somebody working construction with that same jacket, and I just wanted to put my own logo on it. So it's a different attire. Like the police wear different attire in Colombia. The workers wear different attire in Colombia. So it's just a change of scenery.
I feel it. Yeah. I feel it. So yeah, being here in Georgia's, I'm gonna be honest, this shit sucks, bro.
What you mean? Why does it suck?
Like the city's lame, bro. The city be lame as fuck, especially back home in Lawrenceville. You said before, that Color Palette is a passion project. It's something you want to continue to work on, and you have a lot of passions,
Right.
Passion for fashion.
Facts.
Music, photography, and all that stuff. So how do you curate everything? You know what I mean? Like, how do you find inspiration in all those things that you get?
Right.
How do you filter out what's good, what's bad, and like what's actually beautiful?
Well, I actually only make things that I like. Like, every time somebody asks me for advice, which I'm not anybody. Still, I'm not anybody yet.
Yeah.
Anytime anybody asks me for advice, I just tell them to make what they like. No matter what anybody says, make what you like, and it's much easier that way.
Right.
Like a lot of people have told me, why do you have Kim K on here? Like, take Kim K out, or why do you have this man, in the middle of the shirt? I just make things that I like. If I like it, I'm gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I'm inspired by. Just things I like.
That's sick, man. That's it. So you're a very artful person, a very creative person. I know that. You're very intentional with everything that you do. With the current way that things are in a lot of society, a lot of it is just the cash grab, money grab. Do you feel like that in a way hurts art, or is it more complex than that?
I can only speak for me, and it's not about the money for me. As long as somebody's wearing my clothes, consuming my art, can't speak for anybody else, but I just know for me, it really isn't about the money.
So, with your other ventures you want to get into, you know, shooting music videos and all that stuff, what do those look like? You know, like what is a Chris Palacio colored palette music video? How is that shot?
Well, you know, I really love film.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really love film. I really love when the music video looks like a movie.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I think just mixing the two, movie, music video, I think just mixing the two, kind of creating my own niche. That's kind of my goal.
I feel it. So you want them to be more like a story element.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know you were into film though. What movies?
What my favorite movies?
Yeah.
I really love Joker too.
The first one?
I mean, like the recent Joker.
Yeah.
I like him better than Heath Ledger. Like, I know that's a crazy.
I don't think that's crazy though.
It's a crazy opinion, but I like Joaquin Phoenix over Heath Ledger. Like,
I feel like the story's more like realistic.
It was less super. Like, it was less.
Like you could see yourself as that guy.
Yeah, it was like less DC-ish. So, you know, it was like real life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I kind of preferred that over like the superhero movie. Heath Ledger, like Heath Ledger was fire. Like don't get me twisted. Like that shit was fire. But I like kind of like the realistic element of the recent Joker. You know what I mean? And obviously like Wolf of Wall Street. I mean that's kind of hypebeast answer, but that's kind of my. But I love that movie, bro. It's like I could watch it like any day. Like
any day.
Yeah, I'll say those are my top two.
You bullshit. You should have had real movies, Goodfellas.
I mean, that's also a hypebeast answer too.
That's cool.
Goodfellas was fire. Goodfellas was fire.
Top 10 movie ever.
Yeah. What was your two favorites? Since you guys so judgy, what was your
two favorites? Like I'm experimental with it. You know what I'm saying? Like my movies don't be like too unknown type shit. So.
Here you go. Nah, but I also fuck with Wes Anderson movies.
Did you see Asteroid City?
Yeah, I didn't like Asteroid City. It was a tough watch. I'm not like, it was kind of boring. It was boring. For me, it was boring, but you know.
I still haven't seen it. Grand Budapest Hotel's my shit though. I can watch that movie.
Yeah, that's fire. Yeah, fucking Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
That's 10 out of 10. Moonrise Kingdom's a 10 out of 10.
That one's great. Did you ever see Isle of Dogs?
Which one?
Isle of Dogs.
Nah.
Missing out, man.
For real?
Great. The animation in it too.
I'm gonna check it out. Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
You had to. My top two. Goodfellas number 1, of course. Number 2. It's got to be the first Transformers movie. Just because I was a kid, I realized like a lot of stuff I was as a kid really influenced how I am. You know what I mean? And yeah, cool as I am today.
Type shit.
Since you're here in Atlanta, you know, there's a lot of challenges and a lot of opportunities compared to other cities like New York, LA, Paris, London. How do you plan to like use your resources here in the city to like further explore the brand and everything?
Well, I'm not really an extroverted person, but I think what I've learned is that to grow, word to mouth, like people interaction is so important. You know what I'm saying? So just meeting new people, marketing, you know, networking, that's the only thing you can do really to grow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
That was Christopher Palacio with Color Palette for Unseen Magazine. Everything you need to know about him will be in the description below. Tagged everywhere. Get at my guy. Get your shit too.
Facts.
And with that, we are here to say goodbye.
It's the one with the condo close to the sun. Tryna get deep in some gums. Bitch staring at me, I must be pretty or some. She was off Henny and rum. I'm tryna fuck up my kidney or some. Put a 6 in the 2, I just double my deuce. Fell in love with the Jews. Come in my crib with no shoes. Any kitchen, my doggy can break it in twos. Yeah, superstition got me wishing this Marnie sweater itching. Switching my bitches like switching my switch. Nigga won't smoke, I'm fine. Miller can't wait to send a blitz. 2 French twins want we met them at the Ritz. First round pick.